Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to another session of Not Perfect Zen. I hope you're doing well. Here's my contact information. And what we'll be using today is a Micron 01, a Zentangle pencil, which is just a number 2 pencil without an eraser, and a blending tool known as a tortillion. And I'm hoping to also use a couple of these jelly roll so that you can make this into a holiday card if you want. These are jelly roll stardust. Very sparkly, very happy. I like sparkly. Today I'm going to show you a couple of patterns that, get this over here. Angie Gittles released a PDF recently where she deconstructed several Southwest pottery type tangles, okay? And they're just beautiful. I've done a couple of these and had a lot of fun with it. And this is one tile that I did, and this is with the patterns Everson and Sage. Now, this is a fragment, and depending on how you turn it, let me show you with this. Depending on how you turn it, you know, it makes a difference in how your tile is going to look. Okay, I'm not going to use this one today. I think for a border today, I'm going to use this, but I wanted to show you how I had done that one because it was really nice. I enjoyed doing that one. All right, so like I said, Zentangle tile, 3.5 inch, or anything you have on hand. I always encourage you to practice in your sketchbook first. I guarantee you I do a lot of practice before I try to teach this to you. So it's okay to do it 1 or 2 times and get it right. Okay, so we are going to start with corner dots because we're going to put a border. So I'm going to have this come up kind of close to the edge. Okay, and then I am going to do just straight lines. Sometimes find it easier to do a straight line if I'm pulling it toward me. So you just practice and do what's best for you. Okay? And then I'm going to do that again because we're going to put a border out here. And I don't want it really too terribly wide. Let's say about like that. Okay. A little bit easier for me to keep the width the same if I have my pencil pointing towards the one that I'm trying to kind of match up or make my line parallel to that one. Okay, that's not going to be a problem. So there we go. We have our inside and the border. And what I want to do is, oh, okay, sorry. I lost my page. Like I said, there's different ways that you can do this, but I thought I would do this one, okay? So you can put just the petals in the center, just this. I'm not sure what you would call this part, but anyway, we're going to do it this way. And we're going to start with dividing this in half. Okay, and then dividing it again. Okay, and then we're going to put our parallel lines, because like I said, I want this one. So take your little, I would encourage you to make a card like this if you want to use this like a fragment. So you can see that if I want this one, then this is how it's going to be in the corner. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 lines across here. And let's just go ahead and do that on all sides. Okay, and then we're going to come this way. Okay, so now we have that, and I am going to put that pattern on this side. And let's go ahead and put our border on here, since we are going to use it. I did have another version of this that if you look in the introductory photos, I have sent that out to a friend who sends me some beautiful tiles. So there's just all kinds of ways you can do this. Okay, so now we have our border lines, and I'm going to start with that one. I guess it doesn't matter. Come up close to the top. In fact, I almost touched it. And then a C curve and back down. Okay, just a C curve and then bring that back down. Okay, and then we're going to do that again on this side. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we have a seed shape, and then this C curve, and then another curve that comes back down. Okay, and on the other side of this, we're going to do the petals. So we're going to come up and then petals on each side. Okay, same thing over here. I love the different things that you can do with fragments. The different ways that you can turn them. Okay, just like with this one, because I kept them all together, it made these really pretty flowers. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing here, because across from that, we're going to have that same pattern here, but we want all the petals here. So I'm going to do that. If you could if you wanted to, put another one down here. Okay, let's go ahead and do this side. I forgot to mention, this is the week that Zentangle headquarters is doing their project pack videos. I love watching those. Okay, now we're going to do this pattern again on this side. So, like that on this side. So that same seed shape, and then come out to each side, and then back down to the bottom. I will have a link to Angie's PDF in the description down below the video. Okay, so there we have it. So we did that one right here. And for the border, I'm going to try this. I haven't done it, so this will be new. Go ahead and fill in this border line. Okay. And then the next thing we do is just these wavy lines. So I'm going to start here. Just take your time, breathe, relax your shoulders, try not to bump my camera. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to curve this around and just keep going. I'm not worried about things being perfectly the same. Okay, curve that one around. Just take your time. Relax your shoulders. Okay. All right. And this one is similar to doodah, except that we're only going to put these lines where we have the dip. Okay, so I'm going to do the way that Maria says on doodah. She says always pull your pin in the same direction. So if I wanted to come down here, next I would pull my pin toward me. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And that's all to do with muscle memory. Okay, I think for this one, we'll just come like this. I think it needs something in the corner. Okay, so just keep coming around. You could make these a little bit closer together, I guess. as far as the little curve. Okay. Just keep going. Again, these are easy, repetitive patterns that I like to do. And you probably see that in my choice of patterns and videos. I like relaxing tiles. And I'm just making those corners match. I just love these patterns. I hope that you'll look at the PDF and try them. Try different combinations, which is exactly what I'm doing here, and just trying different combinations. And within the PDF, she shows how she's put them together too. So it's really cool. Very grateful to her for doing this. I'm grateful to anybody who creates these patterns and shares the step outs with us. All right, there we go. So now it's just a matter of decorating it and doing whatever you would like to do to enhance this. We could do, you know, a few lines down here in the bottom just to give a little bit of shadow. A little bit of drama. So whenever you have a lot of lines that come together, it's going to be a little bit dark anyway. Okay, so what I thought was that maybe for the holidays, we could decorate this a little bit. And I may regret it, but let's try it. So I was thinking maybe on these, you could do little green stripes. Okay. And I just love these sparkly pins. I don't know if you can tell. And once you do this, keep in mind that this gel pen does not dry very fast. So don't put your hand on top of what you just colored. You could use watercolor brushes or colored pencils, whatever you would like to use for this. I think I'm going to go down the center. Okay, down this way. And as always, you're welcome to watch this and decide if you want to do the same thing or not. Okay? So I'll put the lid on that one for now. This is the red. And I'm going to start by just putting this on the inside and see what I think. I could also just fill it in. I'll do it like this. Put some little flicks of the pen. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Again, be careful if you're doing this that you don't put your hand in the wet ink. Okay, let's do the same thing on these. You could totally fill them in. I think I'll leave them with the highlights like that. I just like how that looks. I was hoping it would look sort of like poinsettia. Being careful to keep my hand out of it. And I do want to show you, I had a video recently where I made some cards using old Zentangle tiles. And you can just glue this onto an envelope. So I'll show you that when I finish. I want to do something for my oncology team. Speaking of oncology, my hair is coming back. I know I've mentioned that before, but I can see eyebrows and eyelashes again. Hooray! The rest of my hair is still just very short and white and thin, but it's coming back. That's very nice because the last two Christmas seasons I was sick with chemo and then with immunotherapy, but not this year. I'm doing good, happy to say. All right, what do you think? It's kind of pretty. As far as this edge, I think I'm going to do this. And like I said, you can decide if you would like to do that also. Being careful not to touch where the ink is wet. Sorry, I bumped my camera. Okay, and then I will do green on those outside lines. What do you think? Okay, we're getting there. That's pretty. I think one of the most important things is for us to look at our art and love it and don't compare it. Okay, don't compare it with others. I do it. I'm saying that because I still do it, but let's try not to. All right, so these are the two patterns that we used, and I would encourage you to put those pattern names on the back of your tile. Today is 12/6/25. Put your pattern names on the back and find a place to put your chop. And sometimes if I have a lot on my tile, I just put my initials. So that's what I'm going to do this time. Okay, no big deal. All right, there you go. Oh, you know what? Let's do one more thing. And that's, I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow below this line. I like how that looked on here. You might decide to do this with a green pastel pencil instead. But let's see how it looks if I do this. You need to keep your pencil sharp. Point it toward the line that you're wanting to add the shadow to. And hopefully don't leave space between it because it shows up. Okay, now let's see what we think. Just with your tortillion, we're softening that graphite. I like how it frames it. And as always, you can see what it looks like on mine. Decide if you want to do it. Your tile does not have to look exactly like mine. Just use it for inspiration. Okay, I think I'm done. All right, if you enjoyed that, please hit the like button, share, leave comments, and when you do that, it helps other people to find my channel. Okay, there's that. And then this one. I said I was going to show you how to put that on a card, and I forgot. So this is just a pack of cards I got from Amazon, 4.25 inches by 5.5 inches. Has cards and envelopes. And so, see how that fits on there nicely? And then you can glue it, and then write words above or below or not, and then put your holiday greeting inside. So there, I forgot to show you that. And like I said, I have one that I sent to my friend Polly. And there you go. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And as soon as I find something else, I'll be back. Love you. Bye.